to work!
Hola, wandering man. How can I... The little boy had to get me into trouble. To sick the pigs on me.
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere. The cop serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library.
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. I guess you won't be collecting them all then. That's less work for you at least. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did.
I agree, officer. Let's focus on the hang.
Nice. From what I learned, there was a very... No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from calm...
He is sincerely grateful.
The unpromising raise pupil.
Get your...
To comprehend time, you must possess at least a basic under the concepts you reach for.
This again. Just remember, minimum effort.
Come back to me when you've mastered the raison. There is nothing I cannot possibly imagine what else.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. How may I... Yes. The armor was produced by... It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the... Yes! That is the most recent name the ACP has been able to connect to the CBP. And the one... No, they work with sediment. And somatosensor, it seems.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records.
This is a fun challenge for her, an opportunity to contribute beyond...
Glad to help. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I'll have more for you then. Not yet, but I was able to convince the 57...
In the cabin.
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. Hi. So what brings you here? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Well, here's to you. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. Nothing. That I didn't see. Why shouldn't he? What friend? No, I don't think it came. Muscular, handsome, strong. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones, just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. Sure. Anything else on your mind? You did. And how did you like him? Oh, shoot. A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. To his opportunities in Occident, Sir Leclerc. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get to... That he won't be there when time... It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. Hmm? What about me, gendarme? Bye-bye, gendarme. Hi again, gendarme. Bye-bye, gendarme. Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of... Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos.
The homosexual underground? Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want... Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebbe shall have to hold on to. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and... But do you also like the razzle-dazzle of gold? Because instead of the traditional family unit, we're going to have all this razzmatazz. And mysteries, of course, too. Mysteries of sexual nature, very esoteric. And sure thing, officer. What do you want to know next? Bye-bye, gendarme.
It's you again. What is it?
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostile cafe...
Because she was here.
He's cobbling together shit so he can...
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12.
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
No.
That's a lie.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has an operation to run. And just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she...
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for some time.
Why not? You can't draw a straight line. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy 72%.
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
No, you can't. I know what you did here on the weekend. People...
Those numbers were an ass.
Yeah. And they don't put hair on the roof either. It's just mom...
Garbage. It wasn't a Sambo artist called.
It's never a Sambo fighter. And
Or ghost. It's never a ghost either. Don't worry, we've got better than that.
How? People say
He stealthed a pinballer.
Weird? How? You're wearing the pinball
It was run by a fella called Nerflock something, who wore a yellow dust coat like the one you have on right now. Weird.
It is a...
Okay, but how'd you get up?
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter used for... Ruby could have gone up.
That's quite the theory.
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law...
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. That's wall mystery down there. An architectural mystery, right? What the fuck does that got to do with Ruby?
Wow, man, can we?
That'd be awesome. I beat that...
All right. We can get the barman to bring them down. What else? Footprints.
The tracks were recent, but not worn down in the right foot like Ruby's. It's best to omit this pesky little polemic for now. Too confusing.
That close, huh? How fortunate. Good news is, I'm still listening. Firmly doesn't go well with, but a route does not put that bullet.
Phase 2, murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a...
God damn, that's just about your favorite topic, isn't it? Trouble. This is Revachol. Even the roid heads in the gym had a carbine.
He's angry because he knows you're right. What?
Yes, goddammit, I know what a 72% chance.
Just making sure we are on the same page. It doesn't all fit. We are just...
Titus doesn't reply. Probably a good sign.
That looks antique. A Bell McGrave. It's inoperable.
20, maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were 2...
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around.
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops.
You lost your gun?
Tell me, did you lose it before the murder? No, you didn't. And Ruby didn't use your lost gun to kill him.
Stop thinking about your lost gun, damn it.
This was merely a thought exercise. He did not lose his gun. Let's move on.
I don't know, cop. Why don't you find your lost gun first?
Easy now.
Titus, we're not seriously considering it, are we?
Phase 3, motive. The last component.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back down...
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there.
Time for a logics demonstration. He scoffs.
Think. You kill him. Get up there. Shoot him. Get down.
The man is silent.
If she used us to cover her own shit up... Which is why she didn't. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her?
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and...
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she...
Yeah. Like what? A thing? You mean?
Yeah, but... They're both girls.
Girls like girls too, Angus, sometimes. This is one of those times. She liked Glacier.
Fuck you. First he says she's murdered him. Now she's a...
Come on, Glenn. She likes Monica's titties more than you do.
I did. I knew it. That's why she didn't fuck me.
She didn't fuck you. 'Cause you're 40, and you still live with your mom, Dennis.
Ruby then threatened her and told her to end her...
This is some sordid shit. It's also the kind of garbage our Miss Aronier puts out to cover her own ass. Figures. But that Ruby is queer as cabaret. Now that I start... And that's okay. Some are queerer than others.
And then, boss, use up...
If it's true. But it's not.
There's no fucking leadership challenge. Just when I thought you were taking this seriously.
Man, now he's just throwing...
Okay. We ruled out infighting. That's how this works, by exclusion.
There's a bit of truth in there for Titus to wreck so brashly. He does not...
Nah, man. That's just Ruby.
Plus, man, it's like female intuition, you know. Women talk to women. Which is sort of why we need someone on the team who they talk to.
Not so useful.
Fucking hell.
Betrayal is not painless. Even a doubt of it hurts.
You had expressed, on occasion, your dislike...
Whack someone in my district? That doesn't carry much favor.
Silence. The old man. A very small nod. This is the only...
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering. I don't know where she went. She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was...
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. Friday afternoon, when you first arrived, I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation. I told you. You, as in the...
And a hole in his heart. That...
Why not? You look about ready to do something pretty crazy because some bird fucked you over. Sure, the human experience. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was She said you have a funny taste in clothes until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a
Fucking hell.
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can watch.
It's not an actual silence.
You are insistent.
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could...
Scared. You should be, too. Everard has a file on you, but that's bogus.
She's not far. We know that much.
Good fucking luck, man.
Yeah, Al.
She's not really, hardy.
She's not, Glenn. A little.
Where have you looked?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here. So, I'm thinking, sure, there's some shit houses there. A cinderball. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes.
We will start there. One
boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like... The what now?
She said she's...
What?
We were talking about radio equipment. She said she's doing
This guy barely understands.
There you have it. Hail something.
It feels like you'll get to know soon enough.
It'll have to.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
When are you gonna get it through your dumb head? I already am.
And he still isn't. People aren't afraid of good cops. You think you have a pretty hot suspect right now, don't you? That ruby of you. Notice how it came together without casting too much suspicion on Classier. Anything strike you a bit off about this mishmash? Absolutely. It could have come from anywhere. No, they didn't. Notice how this hasn't come up at all. That's right. Finish. Don't listen to this guy.
Fuck does Kuno... So? Yeah, so?
Kuno sent you...
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played...
Good idea.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked back after this shit. You better have something real...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno doesn't...
Our tenant, nay, I haven't seen. This is my little cinder block town. I know.
She's being evaded.
There was a murder in Martinez.
Would you now? I know how this world works. Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. There's not much to tell.
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind.
You should look around your shack.
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon. I can feel it. The wind is turning southeast. What's on your mind?
The scruffy-haired little boy.
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds with a dip.
Then we're definitely doing it.
Yes. Yes.
It doesn't look like he knows. Is that the phasmid? Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation? It's not the phasmid. It's not even organic. Don't be too hard on yourself. You can...
Mister? Oh. Luby. Ruh. My mom tells me I'm a big girl.
Kids.
Bye!
Date of birth generator. You were born in the year 07, in the last year of the commune of Revachol, right before it...
The legend, he's back. And firstly, I got smokes and piss and a little speed to spot. The legend.
Tequila? Can't really remember seeing...
It's a touchy topic. He really has...
Uncle.
There's... As you look at the floorboards, the edge of a floorboard, hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark. Nothing particular catches your eye. Something bad. You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. The floorboard doesn't care. It's extra ammunition. She's holding the bullet. You get the feeling. This... An old mirror head.
Our tenant damned that girl.
And without anger,
But you didn't put it there.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant. Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl. As I've done before when she's been in trouble, or just she came last Friday, left on Monday in a...
She seems genuinely worried about her previous tenant.
That's for the police to find out.
Yes, early with the dog. I cleaned it. No.
The truth, sire.
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age.
Did she talk to you much?
No, she was mostly... She tried not to let it show. But I could tell she hadn't come to fish. How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent.
You could ask her about your hunch. That it...
I... Do tell. Exit from what?
The lieutenant stops writing.
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter. Like she really believes that.
Nothing of the sort. Sure, she was no stranger to the bottle. She fit.
The sun sets.
She isn't what you'd call a drunk. Even offered me some from time to time. Said it was not that I knew of. Though she was into nice music. Although I guess she was pretty handy with, I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave.
It's a peninsula.
You'll never find her, you know.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Are you sure you'd rather stay here? Get a nice cozy fire going.
The Fell Electric Mural.
What more do you... Yes, let one...
She really...
She's a good girl.
slow to let go of Revachol. The snow falls lazily. And to think, you're warm in your coat, though you're cold. Layer upon layer of sand. Someone stuffed a big old polar anorak into a concrete pipe under the boardwalk. More winding coastlines lined with a bank. The waters turned black. Coal, no more. The coal was supplanted by petroleum from the ocean floor and below the old mine, where the Philippian kings were interred. With, yes, to peel children under 14, they go under after rubies, melchiorite, lapis 2 kilometers underground in a winding shaft along the mausoleum contains untold. Did someone say untold? How can it be pure if it's snow falls and there is few patira return from the shafts all around her? The canal you crossed to get here and beyond it. Someone is scraping. Like all monuments, it's also a fenced-off yard. There's a truck belonging to a legit clean white, an abandoned church that's being turned into a serpentine strip of land weaving its way into the Martinez Inn. The remains of a camp on a jagged piece of rock. Further out, the light. Then there's Ozon, the Bay of Revachol, vastness, great depth, and at the farthest, the raised motorway, 881, separating Martinez from, was once a park, a place for reflection and recuperation for the patient. The pox is completely wild now. Evergreen thickets, heavy drug users do slip through and hole up in the old, a line of motor garages with armored carapaces hunched in the cold. A mechanic is hard at work. Around you, the snow, the stairs descend to central Jamrock. A man named Cooklove has a snow-covered snow falls on the utility district. All of this built around a lake that formed in a meteorite strike. At the center of a chill comes over you. Near. Snow falls. That's all.
We should keep moving. Who knows when the snow will let up.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under. There's no echo. Maybe it's just a storm drain for the sewer.
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here. We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain. In conclusion, she could be under... I hope not.
Welcome back. No.
Just no?
It's pretty desolate here. I only hear the dogs bark at night, exactly. It's...
Yes, what is it? What? No.
She has not seen her son. An old door worn by Just dead, poor thing. You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is... The lieutenant shrugs apathetically. Then... Calling.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? You got the wrong number.
Disconnect.
Are we about done with this now?
Calling. Sounds like he hasn't talked to anyone in quite a while.
If I could go just 1 month without Raiden, no.
The man. You do not hear the customer. Seems like, lucky you, the call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one. You close your eyes and put your index finger. Strange. This is not how you start. You dialed 001. This is 4141117. Yes. 451 66451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. An ultra long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle. The wash of a calling. The saddest, both pitiful and calling still. Ringing by the bedside of a dark. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing. You just do. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your calling. Then the ocean breaks. Out.
Hello? Who is this? What? Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Oh no, not this. Dora. Who is...
Dora. The name feels... And fight in the distorted distance. Don't react. Whatever you do, don't react to that last thing. It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man.
No. It's you, isn't it? It's you. You're not a Kingsman, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
I'm in Morova, sleeping. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh. What are you doing to yourself right now? You need to stop, Harry. You'll die.
No. I want to go to sleep. Oh no. Please stop. Please, let's just... Yes.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. Run to the church. Home. You dial the number again in the middle of calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her. Come on, you know why. The headset left. You dial the number calling, and calling for who knows how long. But no cold takes your mind.
That's enough now, officer.
It didn't get your hand.
Officer, that's it.
It's over.
Hello. Isn't this a fine? No, I'm afraid I can't help you.
So you haven't seen?
No, I'm sorry. As I said.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he's telling the truth. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. Dripping water falls. There's rust and corrosion on the bars.
No. I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well.
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter.
His hands lead the way when it comes to... You see, a slogan used it above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon felled electrical. There's something in the wind.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there.
Why single out this one building? Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cult trying to talk to the wind. Is trying to talk to the city, something prayer of sorts.
How do we? She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our... And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula. Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come.
Walk the coast. The old boardwalk, the reeds. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules in through the collapsed roof, flowing.
She's down there.
Okay. Why? So, how do we get in there?
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Old pipe peeks out. A building like this, your eyes slowly begin to... The lieutenant looks over your shoulder. An ordinary drainage pipe. As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled and nothing.
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly... However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the...
He means the pipe must become...
And it's right here. A maintenance door.
Behind the pipe, the metal doors are heavy and...
Good work. Shall we?
This hat is so soft, so warm. Kraz Mazov would have worn this, Yushenka. Glory to the revolution, comrade. A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted. Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit sick. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands...
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some half a century. This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have had radio equipment back then, but that's all. We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history, I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with this case. Millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They're not all connected. You mean like Ruby? No, I think we've...
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not...
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor.
The explosion of blasted from that pale emitter.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry. A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job.
So, what we are experiencing...
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant at the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's the pale. It's the end of the world. I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm getting...
Oh yeah. Way beyond. No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it. If you've got something really important to say...
Turn this.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She's carrying a 2-barrel front loader. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences. There's only 3 meters between you and them. Be careful when you make your move.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for... So you found my shack.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find him. I was, before I caught you in the pale latitude.
It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down.
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching. Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have Oh, I knew the kitten had... But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus and his boys, man. They told...
Even now, Kim is a paragon of professionalism.
Well, fuck. Those guys liked me. How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what? I already told... I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, you think I was envious of his conquests? Look, pussy's not a problem for me.
See her confident gaze, her toned arms.
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pine.
She didn't hate him, okay?
I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been... Look, fuck you, man. I might also...
She speaketh truth.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, no. Not since I was 14 and Why? Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not murder mysteries either.
She looks you in the eye, impassively, making it...
Cool. They sent a ghost cop after me. The fuck the elevators? Not particularly. Why are you...
That's a pretty good question, actually.
I'm not really into old...
God damn it!
Don't know it. But also... The shot couldn't have come from the roof.
She has a point there.
That didn't go super well.
And? The gun store, Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry. Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
A knocked-away 80 front-loader. 2-barreled. Yeah. Evident. I considered her a good friend, yeah. What the hell, man? Yeah. Wow. Pissing, pinball, and now peeping. I'm just... If I want to stare at a pretty girl, I can pick one up at a bar. Or, worst-case scenario, look at a naughty... What the fuck, man? She's everyone's type. She's your type.
She's beginning to suspect you've broken into her lorry now.
Cool, man, cool. I'm glad you got off. Nope. Look, she has an effect on people. That je ne sais quoi, for the same reason that she's everyone's type. Oh, so that's where you were. That's a very sentimental way of putting it. We both had pasts. We didn't...
The lieutenant watches her.
Okay, fine. I was into her. Clausy was into me too for a time, I know it. We even fooled around once.
Clausia only said they maybe kissed.
If that's what she wants on the record, so be it. I'm not about to go into details for you to jerk off to later.
Really?
Is that blood on the ground before you?
Yeah, really? She rejected me with some wishy-washy bullshit about how she was... I knew that wasn't the whole story, but...
No ill will there. It wasn't a problem for her.
Yeah. One time when we'd both been drinking, I said some heated things. I was a little worried she'd blow it out of proportion in her head. Yeah, the girl seemed terrified. But go ahead.
And mine too, he thinks.
Who doesn't? The view's pretty bomb too. But it's very powerful. I used it to tune into... Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, so, Heart of gold Tommy.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now?
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
That's your prerogative. Man, it's to get away from all that. I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do it.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are...
There's a sinister note in her voice.
Yeah?
More questions.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he...
Those rings around her eyes.
Police radio?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see... He was still warm. With the bluish light coming through the broken...
She eyes you.
It's okay.
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with...
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quick she asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower.
She lied to you about...
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to... As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything...
But even if this is true, weren't you...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because...
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people. I saw you roll into town.
That strange, distant fear.
Yes. You. Everyone...
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant. Fucking hell. And it's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a...
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops. The criminals.
If she knows that about you, she must...
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with a disco...
I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing.
Nah. That I'm not planning... You've been to my lorry.
Why that?
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one...
The compressor lies broken on its side. She looks at...
Oh, fuck it.
If she kills herself, you'll get her gun.
Problem solving.
Ma'am!
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say, because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself. No, wait. Fine. She flashes you, and incredulous you watch as her brain...
Fuck!
Our job. It went really bad.
She died.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing.
There is no coming back from this one.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be. We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. That tent, there.
Plain red tent. You see a rolled up...
We should put her in the sleeping bag. So the
lieutenant nods. There she lies. Cocoon magazines. You should look through them. Assorted soft covers. Mostly pulp horror.
See anything?
Rager Monthly. Journal of Material Science. More technical. You pocket the worn she watches by.
We should read this immediately.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawn. A thick journal. It's made of full-grain leather. This was important to her. When the journal falls open, the large cursive of someone who writes quickly, and it's a mix of logistical...
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have...
Professionalism is his coping mechanism. Esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the short, wry observations of people and places. Staff issues. Always tough on the leadership. The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, you have no idea what she means. That name isn't mentioned. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M, though. La Puta Madre? Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry. Or then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the... Things played out just as she had feared, except you didn't shoot her. It's in you to do something like this. Kill her. Physically, at least. You could pull the trigger if you had to. Is it? Can you be sure? What if you are secretly being manipulated by La Puta Madre as you pursue this investigation? What if he wiped your memory on purpose? On purpose? That's pretty far-fetched. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me. Did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people. They'd take measures to protect themselves. The entry ends abruptly. The most recent entry, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm...
I don't think she killed a mercenary. It looks like she might have...
This whole thing was a detour. Don't get emotional.
She was in plenty of trouble, even without the murder charge. No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure. The head of a major Jamrock gang, specializing...
He's not 100% sure you're not indebted to this very...
Classier was the one who pointed the finger at Ruby. Perhaps she was trying to steer... Either way, we need to keep... One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling...
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A cap... The two sides of the board, the slides, snap back into place. Without resistance or sound, 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard. 2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in...
I don't think this is the time to be going through personal effects. Let's move on.
The words just... Who do you think? You. It's like your hand shakes. You're flushed. Without resist, it's your hand.